Hey everyone, episode 24 of the Chevy 3100 build. I'm going to be installing door switches with courtesy and dome lights in this video. Ignore all this mess. I don't show it too much because I have to weld in a new patch there. So the last owner basically had this whole section cut out and then they riveted a VIN plate over it. And I just haven't had time to fix it. Once I do, it'll look like that on that side. So, but for now, that's what it looks like. So I wanted to place this right here, as you can see, but the door, the way it closes, it pushes it at an angle. It doesn't actually go in. So what I'm gonna have to do is do it down here probably. And the reason I didn't want to do it down there is because now I have to figure out mounting it or running the wire up into the cab. So I'm gonna have to drill a hole probably, probably somewhere down here coming up on that side too. So, but I'm probably just gonna tuck it up in this corner and then tap it out because there's no nut. So I'm just gonna drill it, tap it, and then tighten this in there and do that on both sides. So we'll get started. So this is the courtesy light kit that I'm using by Painless Performance. I'll have it linked down in the description. And it has to connect to the dome light, which is why I've been waiting to do this because I didn't have a dome light. But now I got this one. Use that too. And I actually got this at a show in Daytona, so I don't have the link for this, but there's the part number and everything. There's that. So if you guys want to look that up. But got it in chrome. But so this kit comes with 2 courtesy lights, 2 switches, 2 of these connectors, the other one's right here, and then 2 of these, the splice connectors. So I'm using a 17/64 drill bit to do the switch and then tap it. I don't know the tap size because it's all rusted, so I can't even read it. I know the thread is 18, but I don't know exactly what size it is. So if any of you know what it is for a 17/64 drill bit and 18 thread, so I don't know. But either way, I'm just gonna go drill the holes and then we'll have to deal with some wiring stuff. All right, so mission's failed. As you can see, it's not even pushing the switch in. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I could put another nut or something on there to push it out a little more, just to be able to release it. I don't know. I don't really want to keep drilling a bunch of holes, and the dome switch is going to be easier to get to if the switch is back here, because then it just goes straight up, than if it's up here, because then I'm going to have to run back, then up, and then also go over to the headlight switch. So I don't know, I might just try and space it out instead of constantly drilling a bunch of holes that I'm gonna have to repair. So let me see what I can figure out. All right, I threw this washer on here. I think it releases just enough to cut the connection on the back. I'm gonna have to see. I don't really want to just keep stacking up washers on here, so I'm just gonna have to, I'm gonna leave it like this, and once I hook all the wiring up, I'll see if it works. If it works like this, I'm gonna leave it. If not, I might have to add another washer or move it. I'll figure it out, but for now, I'm gonna see if this works so I don't have to keep modifying a bunch of stuff. All right, both sides are drilled. I'm gonna crawl up under here and add some wires. I think there is already a factory hole drilled somewhere in the middle there. So if I can, I'm gonna meet them both there on both sides and then go up through that and then I'll start messing around with it on the inside. But hopefully there's already a factory hole somewhere, And like I said, I'll just utilize that, and then it'll make it a little bit easier, so I don't have to drill multiple holes and stuff. All right, so crawled up under here. It looks like it is disconnecting it enough. So I also did find a, where'd it go? Right there. There is a factory hole, like I said. I'm definitely gonna replace that grommet because that thing's all dry rotted and stuff. So hopefully there's one on that side, but for this side it's literally right there. So definitely gonna be using that. So I'm just gonna connect this wire and then we'll shove it up through there. So actually I don't know the length that I need, so I'm gonna shove it, I'm gonna replace this and then shove it down and then connect it to this, and then I'll do the be able to do the distance up there so I can get the right measurement. So I'll do that. All right, change of plans again. The cab corners have this little hole right here that I think it was for draining, but it's up really high to be for draining, so I don't really know, but both sides have it. So I got this grommet pack that this one fits perfectly, and there's no hole. You punch your own hole. So I took a small one, and this perfectly fits just the one wire I need it to through. Keeps it nice, and it's a nice fit through there. So I'm just gonna do this, and then I don't have wires running all the way across. It's literally just going here, straight over into there, and then straight up. So I think it's gonna be better that way, and that's what I'm gonna do. So now we're gonna do that. All right, so far I got the wire coming up through there, and then this, I don't know if you can see it, but right there, I drilled that hole up, and then got this little grommet just so I can shove it up in there and the wire's not on bare metal in case it starts to cut through. And then I'm gonna run it up through there, and both door switches and the headlight switch have to connect to the dome light. So I'm just gonna put them all on one connector and connect it straight, all three of them straight into the back of the dome light. So I'm just gonna run it up, and then it's gonna go that way and come out there. Same with that door switch, it's gonna come up, come out, come down through there. So I'm gonna have to repeat this process on that side, but let's get this side done. All right, that was a pain, but that grommet did not want to go in, but it's in now. So basically the way I got it in was I used this where'd it go, this steel wire, shoved it up through it, and then at the bottom I just connected them, just wrapped it through, and then pulled the steel wire straight up through, and then got it through. So now for the other side. All right, both sides are ran. So now I'm just gonna go up there and do it in there. So that side, I already have this wire running up from the switch and going to here. And actually how I'm gonna do it is have both of the door switch lights go up and tap in with that, I believe it's called a mailbox connector. I could be wrong about that, but I'm just gonna have it tap, those two wires tap into the headlight switch wire that goes to the back of the dome, and then the courtesy light wires, one of them goes to the back of the dome, so I'm gonna have those both there too, and then the other one goes to the door switches, I believe. I'm gonna have to double check that. All right, I actually completely forgot to film. I got carried away, but so I have the two courtesy lights mounted up. I just put them in here in the middle here and have them angled out a little bit because I didn't want to put it straight up in the middle of here and then have the shadow of the column. So I got it over there. And so for wiring, this is what I have. These two are one to each door switch, and then this one right here is the power running from the headlight switch up through here and straight to the back of that, and then the door switches are tapping into that. And then this one is going to be, I'm still hooking that up down here, but this one is gonna be the courtesy lights, the two courtesy lights down there under the dash, and that is also running to the back of that. So those two both are on one connector. So all I really have to do is connect these up over here, the courtesy lights. So I'm just gonna have the white wire running to a ground down there, and then the black wire is just gonna be spliced into this one, which is gonna run to the back of the dome, and then we'll test it out. But overall, I'm almost done with it. All right, everything's connected. Let me, oh, down there, here's my fuse, and hope this doesn't catch on fire as soon as I plug it in, or blow up in my face. Well, that fuse instantly blew. Nice. All right, complete change of plans. I can't get the fuse to stop blowing because the way that this dome light is set up is there's no ground wire coming off of it because the housing of it is metal, so it grounds itself out. So I can't really run the door switches to the ground because there is no ground. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to isolate that. But for now, what I'm gonna do is just have the door switches hooked up to the lights down here, because this does have a ground wire. So I'm just gonna, I have this on its own little fuse, and I'm gonna hook it up to constant hot on the fuse block, and then I'm gonna hook these grounds up to the door switches, so that way those lights are to the door switch. This is just gonna be hooked up like a regular dome light on the power. So, but for now, this is the only way I can do it, because until I figure out how to get that all situated, because I've blown 4 fuses trying to figure it out. So, because this obviously just grounds itself out, so I'm just gonna have to figure out how I can isolate that. Maybe plastic washers or something on it to disconnect the metal. Not really sure. I'll have to figure it out, but for now we're gonna do this, so I at least have the door switches still hooked up, but they're just gonna be for the courtesy lights and not that. And then I'm definitely gonna have to get all this cleaned up and vacuumed. So, all right, I got that set up, and now they work like they should. So, as you can see, if I just push that, turns them off, let go. So, got them all connected up here. So, at least I have some lights when the doors open now. So, for now, I'm going to disconnect it while I clean all this up so it doesn't just sit here and drain the battery. But I'm going to figure that out and hopefully do another video on that. But for now, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more videos. I'm trying to upload some more. Yeah, follow the Instagrams down in the description, and I'll see you everyone later.